Hello and welcome. I'm bunkergamer82, and in this video I'm just going to be playing a little bit of random games that I like to, I like to play some horror-based retro games around Halloween time. There's a couple games that I play almost every year. I am going to start out the video playing one that I've never played before, which is called Master of Darkness for the Sega Master System. So let's look this up. There we are. Why the fuck don't I have any sound coming from my headphones? Hold on here. There we go. Sorry about that. All right. Have you not heard the... Oh, I guess we're not reading that. All right. Fuck the storyline. Let's get into some gameplay here. Master of Darkness. More story. Some guy in a pink shirt that... Oh, maybe that's a lady. Whatever. What the fuck ever. Oh, this is a fancy gentleman. A fancy man in London. I got a knife. That is that I just killed the head from that fucking Atari Jaguar game that I owned. Whatever the hell it may be called. I don't know and I don't care. Stray dogs there. Where did you learn to fly? You know, I thought that game was high-tech when it came out, personally. I received the Atari Jaguar for Christmas the first year that it came out. I fucking loved that system. I had, that was the pack-in game. The one with the floating green head. And then I owned, quite a decent fighting game, Ultra Vortex. And Alien vs. Predator, which was amazing for the time. And also, at that time, the Atari Jaguar had some pretty good graphics. Like, they were generally impressive, and a huge step up from my previous system, which was a Super Nintendo. Now, saying that, there were some extremely good-looking Super Nintendo games, and A lot of the time, the Atari Jaguar games sucked graphically, but Alien vs. Predator did not. Now, the graphics haven't aged the best nowadays, but that was still better than anything the Super Nintendo had to offer by far. If you played Doom for Nintendo 64, which had the FX chip in it, it barely fucking ran. Like, the Super Nintendo was not designed for 3D graphics. Well, nor was the Atari Jaguar very much, but it still did better. That's a tiny little boat. I don't know about this game. I'm not really feeling it. It's not bad. It's got decent controls. So that was the first level, huh? I don't know, man. Look, it's a booger monster. Ooh. Scary shit. I like the different weapons. Oh, and you can throw bombs. Okay. So you got a secondary weapon, just like... oh. I fell on that creature's head, and he went in the water and died. And now I'm dead. Moving on. That was meh. That is what is known as meh. And I just pressed the wrong button, so we're going back into it again. Fun stuff. I love it when I press the wrong button. Nothing makes me more happy. Alright. What are we gonna play? There we are. Now, you can't have Halloween without playing a little bit of Splatterhouse. And I know recently these game series have become quite popular, but not to sound like some type of prude asshole or some fucking shit, but I've been enjoying Splatterhouse since they came out. You know, like they were... these games fucking rock. Splatterhouse fucking rocks. And I owned the TurboGrafx 16 version, and I fucking loved it. It is a wonderful, wonderful port to the arcade version. This is a fantastic game. And the TurboGrafx 16 had beautiful graphics to it. Beautiful 16-bit pixelated graphics. And like I said, I ain't looking to beat any of these games. I figured I'd make a fucking Halloween video. Because it's fucking Halloween and I enjoy Halloween. I am a nut for Halloween. You know, like I have been a nut ever since I was a little tiny kid. My dad was really into Halloween and he made it an event. You know, like it was an event. To this day, I enjoy Halloween. It is my absolute favorite holiday. In my personal opinion, you should get Halloween off for work. Like, it's bullshit that you don't. You get Christmas, Thanksgiving, all this shit. More people love Halloween than probably fucking Christmas and Thanksgiving combined. Get Jagoff, get out of here. So when I was a kid, my dad used to take me to haunted houses. I lived in Chicago. And he would take me to the Christian haunted houses. Now, I don't know... I'm sorry, Catholic. He would take me to the Catholic Church haunted house. There were several of them. Those were always the best haunted houses. Now, I don't know if that's true nowadays, but back in the late 80s, early 90s, you wanted a good haunted house, you go to a Christian church. They were fantastic. You know, like it's like they were trying to scare they were trying to put the fear of God into you. And this one particular church right by my dad's house had a huge basement. It was fucking huge. I don't know why it was so big. You know, it had the boiler room and it had like all these, it was like a fucking labyrinth. And they would, no joke, they would actually get prisoners from prison to do these haunted houses back then. Now they were, they'd be dressed up as fucking Frankenstein, the Wolfman, zombies, whatever. And they advertised that it was prisoners in there, and then they had guards at the entrance and the exit. I remember that just being terrifying. I remember being terrifying, thinking, there's prisoners in there. But they had some really insane shit, stuff that you couldn't get away with in modern day. You know, like. It was extremely dark, and it would be, they would play on claustrophobia a lot. And I remember, you go down this one hallway, and then it would dip, so you'd, stumble. And some people fell down and shit, but again, this was before people sued like crazy, so they could get away with it. I remember there was, So, you had to walk over this little bridge that was made of glass, and it had little containers in it, and there was, snakes and tarantulas and all these, scary insects and shit, and, it was, again, it was terrifying. I miss those days, and you'd stand in line, and it'd always be a huge-ass line at that one, and, they'd change all the lights would be like this eerie green, and they would serve hot dogs and hamburgers and fucking hot popcorn and all sorts of shit, man. It was fucking amazing. Oh, you fucking cocksucker. That's not supposed to happen. Dicks. Yeah, man, I miss those haunted houses. Modern day haunted houses, I don't remember the last time I went. I think I went to a hayride one that was stupid as fuck, but I see commercials for all those extreme haunted houses, and I don't know, it looks stupid to me. And I'm sorry, if anybody ever touched me in a haunted house, I'd knock their fucking teeth out. Nobody touches me. God damn it. For fucking shit's sake. I don't know what's happening here. This is the poltergeist boss, by the way. Oh, fuck. I should point out, I do not practice any game before I make a video on it. So if it appears that I'm sucking complete ass, it's because I am. Damn it! And that's Splatterhouse. Moving on. And we should keep the Splatterhouse going here. That's fucking weird. Why is there two? Look at that, Mega Drive, super high quality computer video game. Splatterhouse 2, the first Splatterhouse I ever played. Rented it from Blockbuster when I believe I was 9 years old. Played it in my bedroom with all the lights off, and I remember just being blown away. Blown away by the gore. I was thrilled. I had never seen anything like that in a video game. Sega Genesis was pretty fucking cool for back in the day. You know, whenever you hear people reminiscing about Sega Genesis, that's the reason why. Sega Genesis was so fucking cool. It had this cool aura to it, and one of the reasons it had that is because it had games like this. Unlike Nintendo, Sega was not afraid of gore or blood. Hence the Mortal Kombat game that had blood in it. Yeah, you had to put a code in, but it was still there. This is what made Sega Genesis cool. Like, more adults owned Sega Genesis than Super Nintendo. At least the ones I dealt with. And Sega Genesis, it was a very graphically capable system, just like Super Nintendo. Look at these graphics here. Like, you can find good and bad graphics out of either system. But when people talk about the System Wars, let me tell you, I was there. And I know for a damn fact that it was a tie. Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo were a tie. And anybody that says otherwise is either ignorant or just doesn't know any better. And I don't even care if you look it up online. If you look it up online and somewhere somebody said that one of them won, that's bullshit. It's bullshit. I don't care about numbers. I don't care about units sold. It was a tie. And it will always be a tie. There was no victor in that war. They were at each other tooth and fucking nail. And the result of it was we got some really damn good games. Now, you don't have that nowadays. You don't have systems going at each other like that. If Xbox and Sony would fucking butt heads a little more, maybe we'd get some decent fucking games coming out. But they don't. That's, the system wars are done, man. And people arguing about, Xbox better, PlayStation better. Who gives a fuck? It's all the same. Who the fuck cares? That's boring. When systems are identical to each other, that's boring. Does this have more frames per second? Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Shut the fuck up. That's boring. I love it when he fell in there. I remember that as a kid. Like, I didn't get very far in this game as a kid. I think I may have made it to level 3, possibly. So in this game, the first level's nothing. Like, the first level's easy as shit. Then the second level, it goes from super fucking easy to hard as shit. All in just one level. Yeah, them System Wars were badass. And Sony used to do System Wars. The PlayStation, when they came into the show at the peak of System Wars, and they kicked a whole lot of ass with the PlayStation. because they made an extremely easy system to design for. The Sony PlayStation was not a graphically capable system. You know, it was pretty low tech for its time. Fuck. God bless it. Well, at least I made it. Yeah, they won because of the sheer number of games that they had. The Sega Saturn was extremely hard to design for. And the N64, well, the N64 had its problems and limitations because of the cartridges. Though beautiful for the time, Nintendo 64 has not aged very well. Fuck. Fuck. Love the fucking music. I had a couple of these songs as my ringtones back in the day. And by back in the day, I mean a couple years ago. Fucking love the music. Love the sound effects. I love the visual effects. Like, this game is awesome. Get my bone here. I fucked that up. And I lost my bone. Zippity-dee. Goddamn boogermen. Two fucking hearts. I'm gonna die. Fuck. Meh. Moving on. Very good game. You know, and again, I'm just playing a little bit and moving on to the next game. These are all just general games that I like to pop on for Halloween. I got a lot of shit to do, so this video can't be too long either. Ugh. Excuse me. So now we go to Splatterhouse 3, which people will debate on this. For me, personally, this is my favorite Splatterhouse game. I love beat-em-ups. I love Splatterhouse. So to combine both of that, you get amazingness is what you get. Splatterhouse 3, I played this a shitload as a kid. I owned it as a kid, and I've owned it since I was a kid. I mean, I own all of them, but that's this is the one, man. This is the fucking one. I love the opening scene. That's badass. Everything about this game is badass. Like, this is the shit right here. Now, I made a video on Splatterhouse 4, the final Splatterhouse, for Xbox 360. The game sucked ass, and I tried to play it again, and it still sucked ass. When it first came out, I don't know exactly how far I got, but I remember playing a good amount. I at least got halfway through the game, probably more so, but that's probably going to be the farthest I ever get, because I cannot, I can't bring myself to play the fucking thing. It's not good. I'd still love it if they'd make another Splatterhouse. And they didn't even call that one 4, so they could still get away with calling the new game Splatterhouse 4. Either make it a side-scroller or make it a beat-em-up, or preferably make it both. Have levels that are side-scrolling and have levels that are beat-em-up. Or just have a beat-em-up, or just have side-scroller. What the fuck ever. Make it retro and make it awesome. Now, I've been a huge fan of beat-em-ups ever since I played Double Dragon for the arcade. And then for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Both fantastic games. Fan-fucking-tastic. I've always been a big fan of beat-em-ups. I was thrilled when they came out with Streets of Rage 4. And then, most recently, Shredder's Revenge. You know, I was all over that shit. Nothing like a good beat-em-up. So, this is the map. You have to check the maps. You know, we're going to the X, is where we're going. As a kid, I didn't know about the map. Did you see that thing die? Like, it literally, I was about to punch it and it just, like, killed itself. That's amazing. It knew what was coming and it killed itself. What game can you think of has suicide in it, where monsters commit suicide? See, there's little details to games like these that are just amazing. Namco did a damn good job on the first 3. I should also mention that Splatterhouse 2 or 3 was not at the arcade, just the first one. And that the original Splatterhouse was not available for Sega Genesis. Only TurboGrafx 16. Again, I'm going to point out that these graphics are fucking amazing also. Like, these are beautiful. These are beautiful fucking graphics for the Sega Genesis. This is gorgeous stuff here. Look at those pixels. Those are hand-drawn pixels. You have to appreciate the art of this game. I'm a nut for 8-bit detail, man. You know, there's just there's a soft spot in my heart for it. You'd be pretty hard up to find a better retro horror game to play on Halloween than this. So you get different paths depending on how much time you take to complete said level. Like, this is a... You know, like this... There's various paths that you can literally take in this game, which is awesome. For the storyline. I like that idea. There's also hidden levels, too. I don't remember how you access them. I don't know, I knew all this shit years ago. Like, I really got into this game in my early 20s when I beat it. My early 20s is when I had a I don't know if you'd call it an epiphany, but I had decided that old is good. And I started playing all my old systems, like, thoroughly. It's also the time where I started collecting random systems that I didn't own as a kid, like the 3DO. And Philips CDI, and what the fuck else? Atari 5200. Television. Fucking Atari Lynx. The fuck else? I know there was more. Can't think offhand, but I had collected a lot of what I called oddity systems back then. Give me the juice! Come here, you son of a bitch! Fuck. Fucker got me. See, the trick of these bosses, if you can get them in the corner, you can absolutely rip them apart. Trick is to get them in the fucking corner, though. Oh, I ran out of time. I'm going to get the bad ending. If I even beat this fucker, man, he's kicking my ass. You son of a bitch! He done kicked my ass. Well, fucking shit. I don't usually lose against the first boss. Damn. Alright, moving on. What the hell? Let's pop it on. A Nightmare on Elm Street. I actually plan on watching this movie later today. The first Nightmare on Elm Street is still an extremely good game. Movie. And, I usually watch it once a year on Halloween. Like, it is... I like a lot of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, but the first one was the best. It had a real feel to it. I remember watching it when it first came out. I remember everybody absolutely going nuts over it. People loved that movie. I don't remember people talking about the video game, though. Like, I didn't have any friends that owned it. I didn't know anyone that talked about it. I did not own it. I owned Friday the 13th, which I played a shitload as a kid. Absolute fucking shitload. But this one I did not play as a kid. And if I did, I don't remember. Can I not go in this house? Alright, whatever. I do like this game. I like the graphics on it. I've played it an okay amount. You know, like, I never beat this game, but I have enjoyed it. I've never played it two-player or anything, because I don't fucking know anybody that plays retro games. I wish I did. Oh. I've fallen asleep. And Frankenstein has turned into a skeleton. And I can't go into this fucking house either. Can I go into the first house now that it's night? It's a demon! You fight some pretty non-Freddy characters in this game. Like, that wouldn't even be part of Freddy's universe. I know that it was weird going into buildings, but I don't think it was this much. I'm doing something wrong. And getting my ass completely kicked. Cool music, too. I totally would have played this as a kid if I had access to it. You know, and by the time I had access to Blockbuster, it was already Sega Genesis days. You know, like that. That's the first time I went to a Blockbuster, is when I received a Sega Genesis from one of my mom's friends. As like a random present. Like I forgot what it was. Like she won the lottery or something and bought a bunch of kids fucking Sega Genesis that were friends. Like she was a super nice lady. But my mom took me to Blockbuster that night. The day that I got the Sega Genesis, she took me to Blockbuster and I rented Altered Beast and fucking loved it. And I also liked Sonic too. You know, obviously I played Sonic, it was cool, but I was never really that into Sonic. Like, I played through and beat the first 3 games, and that's pretty much it. I may have beaten Sonic Adventure for the Sega Dreamcast, I can't remember. If I didn't, I got damn far at it. But yeah, there hadn't been that many Sonic games that I've beaten. Farts. Well, that's enough of this. Cool graphics, cool sounds. Generally a good game. Let's play some Zombie Nation. As a kid, I always wanted this game because it had the word zombie in it. I didn't know too much more than that, but I knew that I wanted it because it had zombie in it. Never played it as a kid, though. And let me tell you, this is a weird fucking game. I do not understand this game to this day. I've tried it many times. Got some weird graphics on the headers there. I think this is the first time I played this game on this ROM set. Alright. Zombie Nation. I've always loved the graphics on this. Like, ever since I first played this game, the graphics are fucking cool. Now, that in mind, the controls absolutely fucking suck dick ass balls in this game. And I just died there. and it's game over. I mean, dick balls. Like, they're fucking terrible. And you're shooting your eyes and possibly your tongue over and over. This is basically the result of the game every time I play it. I die over and over and over. Now, if I go to... let's go here. Oh shit, I selected hard. Or what? Whoops. Okay. I'm playing the game. What? We're playing. Fucking shit, man. Let's just do the fucking level that I've always played, which is in the city. Maybe if I did have this game as a kid, I would have put shit tons of hours into it. You know, that's when I used to put shit tons of hours into NES games. When the NES was new, and as a kid, you know, like, I lived in a bad part of Chicago, so essentially, like, you know, I was supposed to stay in. You know, like, I did not get to go out that much, because there were kids getting their fucking heads shot off. You know, like, my mom did not want me to get shot, so she would buy me video games, and I would play them. It was the alternative to getting my head blown off. Like, I can't tell you how many endless hours I spent on Zelda. When it came to Zelda, I had Nintendo Power, but, like, I didn't read it that much. And I didn't follow any shit for Zelda. Like, I used the map that came with it, but I figured out everything by myself that I knew about Zelda. And I should point out, to this day, I still have not beaten the first Zelda because, I don't know, I'm weird like that. Like, I don't like following strategy guides. I never have, and I never will. I've never beaten Ocarina of Time for that exact same reason. You know, like, and I know that game, it's very possible, too. The first Zelda game, you pretty much need to have the information in Nintendo Power to beat the game. But I never use strategic guides for games. I never have, and I never will. I just don't care for it. Not my cup of tea. So. Oh, shit. What the fuck am I gonna play? Should probably play at least one more, huh? Is there anything on CD? Fucking Dune. Night Trap definitely can't be considered horror. Nah. I know what I can do. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Another absolute classic. Absolute fucking classic. I loved this game as a kid. With all of my heart. I owned it for Super Nintendo, which that is this version. I also owned it for Sega Genesis later on, but fucking Konami, man. They used to be amazing. Konami used to kick a lot of ass, and their announcement of all this new Silent Hill shit going on, good on them. It's about fucking time. They need to get on that Silent Hill bandwagon and put some shit out, man. And while you're at it, put out some fucking Contra. Put out some fucking Metal Gear. And put out some fucking Castlevania. And make a new Zombies Ate My Neighbors game, for that matter. And do some other shit. You know, like... I used to be such a huge fan of Konami. I hate to see them in their current state. I hope the best for them. So this game's amazing. You are rescuing innocent people in a world gone mad. Like, you got zombies, werewolves, fucking vampires, mummies, Frankenstein. Everything evil has basically assembled to take the world over. Now, I recently made a video of Zombies Ate My Neighbors Doom, which is Zombies Ate My Neighbors in 3D, and that's amazing. That is a cool fucking game that somebody made, which it's still in its demo state. It is not complete. But they have an oppressive amount of content done for it. I really enjoyed playing this in 3D. Really fucking cool. Where the hell's my map? How the fuck do I make the map come on? Oh, there it is. No! He almost killed the dog. Can't allow that. These graphics, though. They blew me away as a kid, and they still blow me away as an adult. I love these graphics. See, that is 8-bit beauty right there. That is hand-drawn 8-bit... bleh. Not 8-bit, 16-bit. Whatever. Bits. You know, those pixels. The fucking pixels are beautiful. Look at that. Look at those hand-drawn pixels. That's beautiful. I fucking love it. And if I didn't make any sense in this video, I apologize. I've been up for a very long time. Lack of sleep makes me talk stupid. You know, the brain just doesn't quite function at its optimal setting. Guy flipping his wieners. I like to flip my wiener. It's fun. You fucking cocksucker. I don't have any tattoos, but if I... Shit. If I did have a tattoo, I'd get a tattoo of that zombie. Like, that's amazing. Look at that. That's fucking cool. I'm sucking it up here. I still don't have a fucking key. See, once you see the, man, I can't talk. Once you notice one of the innocent neighbors, you have to grab them immediately, because those zombies will go right after them. Now, they won't touch them as long as you don't see them. But as soon as you see them, they'll attack them. Oh, I have a bazooka anyway. I'm an idiot. Ngung, ngung, ngung. Here is the mall. This is the one that has the Chucky dolls. I forget what they're called. Fun Baby. Yes, the Fun Babies. They're quite fun. In 3D, they're little sons of bitches. Ah, shit. Nice meats hanging here. That zombie just killed a baby. I can't remember any backlash for this game. I wonder if, like, parents were pissed off about this one. You imagine back in the fucking early 90s, your parents walking in on you playing a game and a zombie kills a baby? Or like the dog? That's pretty graphic. Even though there's no gore, but, you know. Still, just the idea of it. I just let a baby die. But, you know, that'll do it. I just wanted to play a little bit. Play a little bit of retro goodness for Halloween. So that'll do it for this video. I wish everyone a very happy Halloween. Hope you had a good one. And this video is done. Please like and subscribe, and make sure to have yourselves a great day.